Well, this is a bad example right here. I'm setting up my maple syrup evaporator, and it turns out that I did not clean the evaporator pan last year. You can see the scorched on the side there. Maple syrup scorched on the side, and the pan is kind of dingy looking. And that was bad, my bad. So now I got to take the time here in the spring when I really want to get boiling, and I got to clean this up. Now the buckets I showed you in the previous episode, those are only for maple syrup. I stack those up and keep them separate. And I did clean those last year, but I never got to the pan. So that's a real bummer. Now I will clean it with that sander right there and some 120 grit sandpaper. I'll put some hot water in there. I'll use the Scotch Brite pad, and then I'll finish up by using the sander. This evaporator here was made for me many years ago when we first started doing this by my friend Steve Lonsky. It's stainless steel, and it's the tubing is something he supplied, but the flat stainless steel plate that this evaporator pan is made out of came from the Welch Allen Medical Instruments Company. When I was a remodeling contractor years ago, me and my partner and some employees, we did a lot of work in the factory there, building offices, tearing down walls, and I mean, we did all kinds of stuff. They were a great company to work for, and this stainless steel that was used for this was on a big oak double doors that we took out. It was thick, protective metal on the doors so that when people pushed carts through the doors, they wouldn't damage the door. So we made good use of that and saved it. And that's it for now. I'm going to clean this up. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, well, I've cleaned it up quite sufficiently. There's a little bit of staining in there, a little bit of char on the edges, but for the most part, it's clean. It's plenty clean now for boiling. I think I should show you this evaporator, the arch, I guess they call it, before I put the pan in so that you can get an idea. Now this is an actual old evaporator base that was given to us a couple of years ago. Prior to that, we just used a 55-gallon drum. This is really beat up, but it's plenty adequate. And what I want to show you, amazingly, it held our pan, the same pan that we put in a 55-gallon drum. I had to modify it for the spout right here. I had to cut this out, but that was pretty much it. Now you can see I have fire brick on the sides. Okay, they just set in there. They're just loose, and we have a door right here, and we have a door opening there, and then this is the door. That looks kind of like an old cookie sheet, but it's actually a door. And it is held in place there in the opening. We can give it a little air. We can put it like that, put it like that. We can really regulate the fire with this high-tech door here. And we hold it in place with a stick and an angle. I think you'll see that in a future episode. But for now, I just wanted to show you this. And what's nice about this compared to the 55-gallon drum, which we used for years, is that we have it's taller for one thing, and then we have it even taller down there on blocks. So we're not bending over quite so much. When you get to be my advanced age, you don't want to bend over as much. And of course, we'll move that tarp away. That'll burn. A lot of heat comes out around here. And you can see this pipe is kind of rusty and held together with wire, baling twine. And down here, it's held in. I did put a piece of metal here because it was needed. This is jerry-rigged, I think you could say. And that's always fun. It's fun to jerry-rig things, make them work without spending a lot of money. All right, that's it for now. We'll see you in the next video.